What's going on, guys? Dwayne here with My Investment Journey, and I am back again. In this video, I'm talking to you guys about my fourth dividend payment with AT&T, ticker symbol T. Now, I have a very love-hate relationship with AT&T, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be selling this particular stock because I feel like I could have made more money elsewhere, but of course hindsight is always 2020. But anyway, that's what I'm talking about in this video, my fourth dividend payment from AT&T. By the way, if you're new to the channel, once again, my name is Dwayne with My Investment Journey, and on this channel I talk about how to start investing in the stock market, and I show you my investment journey. So be sure to subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Okay, so I really have a love-hate relationship with AT&T. Of course, AT&T has cut their dividends. They were a dividend aristocrat, which means that they consistently have paid dividends for over the last 20 years. In addition to consistently paying the dividends, they have consistently increased their dividend payments as well. So it kind of hurt when they decided to slash their dividend payment. But of course, I still got this most recent payment, which was in August. And so, of course, I'm going to share that with you guys. But since there was news that AT&T was going to slash their dividend payments, of course, a lot of people probably jumped ship. And the more that I'm learning about the stock market, I am learning that my money would probably be better suited elsewhere. And I may talk a little bit about that in this video. But right now I have on the screen currently my Robinhood portfolio, which you can see at the making of this video is currently worth $233,000. Today was a very good day in the market. I'm up $3,000 today because of Tesla and Apple and VGT. So I'm really excited about that. But this video is about AT&T. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the next tab here, which is my AT&T tab, and currently at the making of this video, AT&T is trading for $27.52. As you guys can see, my total market value as of right now is $12,021.56. Today's return is negative $21, which is 0.18%, and then my total return overall is negative $419, which is down negative 3.37%. My average cost per share is $28, and I currently have 436 shares. So I have $12,000 invested right here with AT&T. This is my fourth dividend payment. I know now that my $12,000 would be better served elsewhere, especially as long as I have invested with AT&T. I mean, I bought shares a while back. So if I scroll down and find show more, I can kind of see, I'll click on orders and kind of see when I bought shares with AT&T. So I guess I started initially buying shares with AT&T in August of 2020. You guys can see that I put down a pretty decent chunk here on August 1st, 2020. That's $7,000 purchase there. And then October 13th, I put down another $2,700, which is another pretty substantial chunk of money in regards to AT&T. So I've been putting money with AT&T and investing pretty aggressively. My latest dividend payment was for August 2nd, right here, as you guys can see, and it was $223.03. At the time, actually, that was them filling my market buy. They did they grabbed some more shares with the dividend payment, but the dividend payment's right here, as you guys can see, $223.03. The cool thing about it is that the payments have gotten, more and more. So you can see back here in November 2nd, 2020, I didn't have that many shares, right? So at that time I had 300 shares and they were paying 52 cents per share. And then February 1st, I had a substantial amount of more shares, and 406 shares, the same 52 cents per share. Then, of course, May 3rd, I had 413 shares. They're paying 52 cents per share. So basically, from like May 3rd, I didn't grab any more shares except for what the dividend reinvestment plan did on Robinhood on its own. And so my latest payment, which was on August the 2nd, at that time I had 428 shares, as you guys can see here, and they're still paying the 52 cents. and then the total amount was $223.03. That's the most recent payment. Of course, Robinhood went ahead and did its thing, and my dividend reinvestment plan is turned on drip. So they were able to grab some more shares, which ended up being 7.92 shares for $28.15 a share, which was them reinvesting my entire dividend payment, which was $223 at the time. Now, I do have a love-hate relationship with AT&T because, of course, when they announced that they were going to be cutting their dividend payments, even though they haven't done it yet, I don't know when that's going to take effect. Everybody and their mom was like, "Oh, yo, I'm jumping ship." So, in the same time period, let's say they announced 3 months ago, right? Because it's the end of August at the making of this video, they announced 2 or 3 months ago that there was going to be a dividend cut. And so this is the beauty of the stock market and learning, and you guys get to benefit from my experience and what I'm learning as I'm going along. So as you can see, if I click on the 3-month marker here in regards to AT&T, in the past 3 months, it's gone down 8.39%. Of course, I've had shares with AT&T for the last 3 months. Now, I've had, right now I have $12,000 invested with AT&T. Now, one of the things that I'm considering investing as far as my AT&T money is concerned is I'm considering investing in VUG, and I'm actually really excited about it because VUG has some of the companies that I want to invest in, such as Apple. I'm already invested with Apple, but they have Amazon, there's Google, which is Alphabet, and there's also Facebook. I do not have any shares with them at all, but those companies, Amazon, Google, and Facebook, and Microsoft, are companies that are pretty good companies, and they've had some success in the last several years. So if I click on the 3-month marker here for VUG, this is an ETF. As you can see, in the last 3 months, this has gone up 13.22%. Now my $12,000, which right now I still have $12,000, right? You can see here my market value $12,000. If I were to get in the same 3-month period while AT&T was going down, VUG has gone up, and VUG has gone up 13.22%. So if I did the math for $12,000 even times 13%, I would be up $1,560 if I had invested $12,000 into this particular ETF, which is Vanguard Growth ETF. The ticker symbol is VUG. This is a pretty good one, just because they have, they got it figured out. There's companies that are in this particular ETF. There are several of them. I want to show you guys here, so I'm pulling it up. I want to show you guys how many different companies there are as far as this particular ETF is concerned. So of course they got the little $10,000 hypothetical scenario here. If you had invested $10,000 10 years ago, back in 2011, today, or as of July 31st, it would be worth $51,000. So 5 times your money. But if I scroll down here, you can see that currently this particular ETF has 287 stocks. That's 287 companies. And some of the top 10, here are the top 10 holdings for this particular ETF. Apple, I have shares with Apple. Microsoft, I have no shares with. Alphabet Inc., which is Google, I have no shares with. Amazon, I have no shares with. Facebook, I have no shares with. Tesla, I do have shares with. Nvidia, no shares. Visa, no shares. Home Depot, no shares. MasterCard, no shares. So this would be a really, really good investment for me, just because I do want to grab some shares, definitely with Google, Amazon, maybe not so much Facebook, even though Facebook is good, and not so much Microsoft. But the thing is, they're doing the right thing. They're growing. And so if Vanguard has an ETF, and this is called the Vanguard Growth ETF, as you guys can see back here on the Robinhood account, these are going to be companies that, clearly they believe in, that have grown and are going to continue to grow. When you can see the top 10 holdings in someone's ETF and it's listed right here in plain sight, these are pretty solid companies. It's like having the answers right in front of you. I mean, it's like knowing the formula, right? Like literally the answer to success is right in front of you. These top 10 companies here, you probably are going to be okay if you invested in these top 10 companies. And of course, a lot of these companies are companies that we know. I feel like everybody knows all of these companies except maybe Nvidia. All of them, every other one, I feel like the average person should know. Okay. So once again, I do have that love-hate relationship in regards to AT&T, but I want to be transparent and still show you that I did get a dividend payment, and even tell you that I'm really considering, I've been considering for a while now. That's one of the things that's interesting about the stock market, is like you have to know kind of when to maybe, sell. And that's not the easiest thing to do unless you're panicking and you're like, I'm going to panic sell. You know what I mean? I'm pretty confident that AT&T, number one, the stock is going to definitely go back up. I'm not worrying about that, but I'm just worrying about like, is my money well spent here? Is it well served here? I think it's good to have a good mix of dividend paying stocks as well as growth stocks, or ETFs. ETFs make it a little bit easier because you're automatically diversified. Like I shared with you about VUG, that particular ETF has over, over 300 companies? Let's double check. Over 287. So it has 287 companies. That's 287 different companies that you're invested in. So your money is spread out 287 places, which is very good for you. You don't have to do a lot of research. You know what I mean? You just have to invest in that particular ETF, which I have planned on getting into that ETF for the longest. So now I'm just going to be patient and try to pick my moments, try to pick my spots, which basically I'm saying I'm hoping that it's going to come down. Right now it's trading for $302 as of the making of this particular video, and I want to get it down to like 195, 196 or so before jumping in. And so we'll see what happens. Of course, I'm going to keep you guys posted. All right, be sure to give the video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe to the channel. All right, once again, my name is Dwayne with My Investment Journey, and I approve this video. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, take care and be blessed. Peace.